Hello and welcome. I'm JC Proton and welcome to Endless Space 2, a Let's Play. I'll be using a custom Horatio faction with gene splicing and such, and I'll get started here. So we're doing endless difficulty here. Here's the Super Horatio faction.
Aren't I divine?
Aren't you? Okay, so the way this is set, I'll run through this real quick here. It's Horatio, it's Gene Hunter, it's the Horatio visual affinity. I changed the home planet to Atoll from Mediterranean, and I switched from Dictatorship to Federation. I'm still using Ecologist as my starting faction. I switched to Utopian instead of whatever it normally is. Because I'm going to be doing more industry, and I want that to still support the ecologist faction. Using boundless collection instead of pacified collection is normally what they have. Ecology, and I'm going with this one, which is boosting industry. So industry with this is feeding into that. So it still keeps plenty of ecologists going, hopefully. Going with extreme foremen as my whatever this is called, bonus, racial bonus. But that causes depletion, so I'm also going with the planet Menders, which reduces depletion, so it'll be less of a factor. Also, with my selected traits, I'm going with Sowers citizens, who also reduce depletion, so, and since I'm a gene splicer, I can eventually splice them. Should help pretty much mitigate depletion as a problem. So the other things I'm going with here is a senators, because I like to run laws, and this reduces that by 50%. And also election actions can be influenced, and since Federation uses influence to affect its elections, that is a nice synergy. Apathetic colonists and cowards. Reducing my manpower basically, and the rate at which I send food to other systems for colonizing. So I'll colonize a little bit slower, but I can maybe get 2 colonies going at the same time without going negative on food. Construction is 3 because industry is good to have, especially in any kind of 4X turn-based game. Luxury connoisseurs reduces the cost of upgrading my colonies with luxury resources by 25%, and Federation also reduces that cost by 20%. So that's a 45% reduction in system upgrade from luxury resources. So it makes it cheaper for sure. Also going with material expertise, which lets me use strategic resources for system upgrades. So I'm not limited to just luxury resources. I can also use strategics. Already covered Sowers citizens. That's extra food and helps mitigate the depletion. And then titanium mine is a starting resource on my home planet. So that ties in with material expertise. So fingers crossed, get some decent titanium resources on my home constellation and be able to get off to a good start. So that is my starting faction that I'm going to be going with, and yeah, I've noted here their super Horatios are super Horatios. Galactic hegemony, beautification, and horatification is their manifest destiny. Even galaxies scarce in luxury resources cannot prevent Horatio's expansion. Okay, so here is our galaxy, going with an ovoid galaxy of exceptional size, lots of constellations, high density, so lots and lots of systems. Going with all of the competitors. This version of that I'm going with right here is just the expansion of Vaulters. I'm not using Supremacy, Penumbra, or Awakening. Although I have the content. I'm just wanting to not use those on this game. So, we're going to do a new game using Super Horatios. Competitors will be 9: Cravers, Verdiani, Riftborn, Sophons, United Empire, Unfallen, Lumeris, and Vulturs. With these colors, so we'll know where they are score-wise and such as we see where we stand in the power rankings as we go through the game. Speed will be endless, 600 turn game. Difficulty, we'll do Pirates at maximum difficulty. Game at maximum difficulty. We're going to unique random lots of minor civilizations that will be maximum difficulty to conquer. Rewatching battles enabled, academy quests, random events, and all victory conditions. The galaxy normal age, lots of connectivity between nodes. Star-based planet order, which basically is like hottest planets closest to the star, coldest planets away from the star. It's not really important. It's just visually it's good for your OCD if the hottest planets are close to the star, right? You know, it's like, why is that frozen planet right next to the star and that lava planet's all the way out, right? So it's that. Standard spread out distribution of races, competitors through the galaxy instead of, they'll be broadly scattered instead of all clumped up together. Normal home system, if you go with a chaotic, you get some pretty bad starting systems. So we're going to go with scarce resources, scarce anomalies, and scarce curiosities, and scarce special nodes. So everything is pretty hard. Like fewer resources and everything, that makes it harder. In fact, you know what? We'll make it even harder than that. We're going to go. Horatio is all about assimilating minor civilizations, right? So that you get those bonuses. Let's cut those off. Let's cut them down to the minimum. Low number of civilizations, which will only have about 1 per faction. So there'll only be about 9 or 10 minor civs in this game. So we're going to go pretty tough. Should be a pretty tough start. Let's see what happens, man. Oh, I didn't really point it out there, but we are going with the game seed is 0, which means it's random. So I have no idea what the galaxy will look like. Like, you could use a specific code, a set of numbers up to 6 digits for your galaxy seed. And when you do that, like if you use like one of the mods, Super Probe Vision, then you'd be able to basically scout out what the galaxy looks like. So you could get a pretty good idea if you wanted to. You could try a whole bunch of galaxies and seed them and look at them and figure out some maps that you really like, right? You could do that if you wanted to. So by going with random, that's not going to happen here. We're just going to be randomly seeing and discovering the galaxy. It'll be unknown to. I'll be as unfamiliar with it as you will. So, game should be launching here shortly, and then we'll get started. I think I enabled the faction videos for this, so we'll get to see that. Yep.
They only ever saw what was in the mirror. I always saw what was beyond. They saw deformity. I found beauty. They saw madness. I found genius. For the longest time, I have been the only one who sees what lies beyond the mirror. But soon, very soon, they will see it as well.
And here we go, getting started. This is our starting system, Wyrix. Our population benefits from Eden incense and Sowers like deciduous trees. And we have starting system with blue cap mold and one titanium deposit here on our home world. So we have 2 fertile planets in the starting system. That's good. That is what you want to see. The more fertile planets, the better. On a bad start, you'll have just 1. A mostly average start, you'll have like 2. Once in a great while, you'll get super lucky and get 3 fertile planets on your starting system. That is a really good start when you get 3. In my case, we got 2. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy to get that. And only 320 to colonize that one. So 3 quick little upgrades for the system is the plan. And then I guess we'll grab the desert and then the lava after that.
Back from the very brink, no man has travelled further, struggled more, and unravelled more of the mysteries of the universe than Horatio. At least, according to Horatio. Now with a great nation cast in his image, Horatio is ready to extend his vision to beautify the rest of the galaxy. Look in the mirror, Horatio, and you will always find the answers you seek.
Okay, so that's Horatio. And we've got access to deciduous trees, because that's, and Eden incense, because those are the 2 that are here. And as we discover other races and such, we'll discover other resources, and of course as we come across them. Okay, so that is my leader. He's pretty cool. He tends to be an overseer. He has cool attributes as an overseer. He gives extra food. He has extra food on fertile. That's why you like lots of fertile planets if you have an overseer hero. And also adds food and approval. And then, of course, all of them have these stats here. So, and he also has a cool on fleet. He gets +1 movement speed for the fleet. So, starting system, let's see. Let's go ahead and I like to run through all of these at the top here to just get everything set up. So, the research, we need to get our research going. Currently, our research is at 22 production, as you see here. I'm going to go with titanium, labs, agribusiness, Hyperium, and boosted production, and then landscaping probably. That's pretty far out, so let's see here. That's science. Our approval is at 50. Let's pass a law to increase. So remember, our science was at 22 here. And here, okay. So we're going to pass a law and Cram Exam Act, and it gives us +3 science, but per population, but -2 approval per population. So our approval will drop by 6, but our science will go up. And now we're learning that in 5 turns instead of 9 because our science has gone from 22 to 40. So very nice science production. We don't need a beautifier design right now, so we'll go ahead and delete that. That's basically outpost ship, colony type ship. Revealer, we're going to change that design, and we're going to go with probably something faster. Okay, so we're just basically increasing the speed here to 8. Apply. And then we're going to add our hero. Let's see, beautifier, you can go hide into the hangar. And revealer, we will now add to the fleet our hero. way out on the edge of the galaxy, as far from the center as you can get, pretty much. Way out there. Okay, so well, we're 4 out of 4 on probes, so we get 1 probe per turn in the setup. So I guess we'll just fire off a probe. Just because I like to try to explore my constellation with my hero, because you get experience for every system that you find. That's XP, so I want to try to get him as much as I can. Okay, what else do we need to do here before we click the next turn? We want to set up our battle tactics. I like to set it up where it's a long range, medium range, short range tactics. And these are the 3 battle cards I prefer out of these starting 5. So that's where we're going to go. And then did hero. Okay, so we're all set. And we've already got our production queues going, so we're ready to go. We'll advance the turn. Let's see where we rank against everybody else. We're probably last place like usual. Yep. 29. Part of that's because I don't do any starting technologies, and the other races all have starting techs. So I'm behind in tech to start with. But yeah, that won't last long. You know, I'll catch up. Okay, next let's upgrade our hero ship. Right now, it is a speed 4. So we're going to blow away everything except engines. And now it's speed 8, and just like our exploration ship, apply that change. Okay. And now we can go 8, but remember the hero has the ability to add +1 to fleet speed, so it's actually 9. We can go speed 9, so we're going to be zipping around real quick. So let's go see what we can see. Hey, there we go. Normally I'm not a big fan of systems that only have 1 or 2 planets, but you know what? That's a Terran, and it's got, whew, that's nice. Has titanium and Hyperion. That is a big win right there. That is huge, and it's so close. Okay, we are definitely going to take that as our first outpost for sure. 100%. 100% chance. Okay, this guy has 4 probes. He's not going to be able to get anywhere, so I might as well fire off a probe. It's not going to be useful anyway, so I might as well just send it out here. Just for fun. Okay. And now he'll be on his way. Blue cap mold. Okay. So we're going to be going with this one, then this one. Yep. Then that. Yep. Looks good. Laws are in effect. Yeah, everything's going, man. Let's roll. And that's why I have all those engines, because it's a long way to go. Okay, first things first. Let's get this outpost established. Okay, got the outpost. We don't have enough money to boost that production yet, but as soon as we do, we will. And part of what I do is I like to rename my systems, but I'm holding off on renaming this one because it will keep annoying me that it's not renamed yet, and that will remind me to keep checking this and boost it. Once I boosted that, then I'll allow myself to rename it. So here we are. We have 4 out of 4 fully charged probes. Let's see what we got on this system here. We got a tiny jungle, 2 tiny jungles, Okay, well, again, and a life form. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be blue cap. Yep, okay, so again, a two-planet system, but there's two resources there, just like this one. So, yeah, I might end up putting an outpost on there. We'll see. In fact, it's almost, actually, yes, it will happen eventually. It's just a matter of when. I'll send one probe out that way, and that should leave me yep, two probes left, and then I'll plan on going this way next turn. Yep. Okay, so with a name like that over there, that means with a name like that, that means the constellation is probably kind of like this in shape, is my guess, right? Okay. Okay, so blue cap mold. All right. Let's go ahead and proceed. See, establishing that outpost already scored me up to 41. So at this point, I'm not at the very bottom. Basically, almost like a four-way tie between me, orange, which is the Vodiani, blue, which is the Sophons, and the pale green, which is Unfallen, and then 37, Vultures. Vultures are yellow. So it's all pretty close right now, but we're going to see the Cravers in red. We're going to see them pull out into the lead probably. Right now, yeah, Riftborn and Sophons are at 52. Lumeris at 52 on the pale purple lavender color. Okay, let's go ahead and go. Okay, that is a huge amount, 50 influence. Once it falls within the sphere of influence of one of my systems, probably will be this one first, but it will be a while before that expands out there. Quite a while, most likely. So, no time soon. One movement left, 3 probes. Okay, might as well keep going. Might as well keep going here. And we will advance the turn. Okay, see, exploring that gave enough experience that he leveled up. And we're going to get him, we're already going to start packing these points into food in preparation. I'm only planning on having him be on the fleet temporarily till around turn 17, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. And then I'll have him back, I'll bring him back to my home system to be a governor administrator type. Okay, 2 movement points. We have 4 out of 4 probes. Toxic planet, gas planet, and a boreal planet. Alright, with blue cap and something subterranean. That could be interesting. Could be a titanium or Hyperion resource. Or not. We'll see. Hey, titanium. Very nice. Okay. That is 3 sources of titanium. That's huge. Okay, I'm going to want to colonize that ASAP. Let's see. How much are we putting towards the outpost? 32. Okay. I am going to want to get people out there as quick as I can. Okay, how many movement points is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 9 is 15. So I could go 5 turns with a speed 3 or 3 turns with a speed 5. So let's see what the price difference will be. outpost ship. Speed 3 is cheap. It's only cost 200. And we'll create an S5 outpost that is also crest. Okay, speed 5 outpost, and it costs 240, so it's a difference of 40. Okay, my home system has an industry of 100, so it's the difference of 2 turns versus 2.5 turns. So we'll get there like a turn quicker. Decisions. Let's see how it would go. That would be out in 5 turns. That would be out in 6 turns. It would take 1 turn longer to produce, but then get there 1 turn earlier. I'm gonna I'll just eat it and just let it. I'll get it out quicker, and then it'll just be delayed by 1 turn because I want to get on to the next production here. This boreal planet is fertile, so yeah, I want to continue with that. Titanium, that was huge. That's a good start, man. Gotta say, this is a pretty good start. And I'm down to 3. I have 3. Okay, I'll send 1 more out here. Just a shot in the dark, right? And then send him down here. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is kind of keep zigzagging back and forth here, and I'll send probes out either way. The usual layout that you'll find in an ovoid is you'll have 5 constellations through this center line here, and then 4 constellations on the north side and 4 constellations on the south side. I think I'm in the center. I might not be. It's a little bit hard to tell with this layout here, but I think I'm in the center, the last constellation of these 5, but time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, Yrix. Produce that. Okay, great. So that's a really nice structure. Gives you 10 food and 10 industry. It's cheap to build. This one's even better. It's 15 in 15 science and 15 dust. So it's a nice boost to income and a boost to your science. So it's going to be really handy. Definitely going to be using that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run down here. See what we see. Wow, a 5-planet system. Those are nice. Too bad it doesn't have any resources on it. Ash, warm gas, medium gas, frozen gas, and wow, okay, 4 gas planets. And an ash. Okay. So, not super useful now. Those are tough planets to colonize. Sometimes they have really cool, rare luxury resources, but that's not going to be a system. Not going to be a system I'm going to want to colonize early. I tend to prefer colonizing systems that do have resources on them, either luxury or strategic, or both. Like this one and this one, and that one. So, yeah. Let's see. We're at 3 probes. All right, we'll send one out, I guess. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe we'll just wait. Yeah. Let's wait, and we'll come down here, and then we'll see where we're at. I think that'll be better. Move on down the way. So now my titanium is starting to produce, because now I have this. Allows me to mine the titanium, and industrial infrastructure is great. It is great. It is great. So it will yield plus 10 industry per fertile, per planet, and per temperate. So this is a planet, and it's fertile, and it's temperate. So this is a plus 30, and this one here is fertile and planet, but it's not temperate. So that would be a plus 20. So that is worth a lot. I guess we'll build that as soon as we're done with this outpost ship. And Builder of Wonders. Builder of Wonders. Builder of Wonders. First to have 3 unique star system improvements. Awards 75 deciduous trees. Okay, what are my boosters again? Deciduous trees is good for Sowers. And for my super Horatios, I need Eden incense. Okay. No sign of that yet. If I find it, I will want to go after it. That is for sure. That's one of the things about having scarce resources on a map, is it makes it much more challenging, and it also makes it like competitive. Like you have a reason to go after somebody's systems, right? Because you want those resources. So makes it fun and competitive, but it also does make it harder. It makes it hard to level up your colonies, which if you can't level up your colonies, okay, let's jump into that quickly. So you level up your colonies, and then you use these techs for this gives you a plus 2 to the colony max. This gives you another plus 4 to the colony max, and it allows you to build autonomous administration, and it increases number of systems before triggering expansion disapproval. So in order to do that, though, your system can only be built on a system that is colony level 4. So they start at a level 1, and then over here, once you unlock this, you can do level 2, and then this one unlocks level 3, and then this one unlocks level 4. So once you've upgraded your colonies to level 4, then you can build autonomous administration, and that will make you, I know it's complicated, and that will increase this cap. So my cap is 10. Normally it would be 9, but because I'm a federation, you get a plus 1. And then you get plus 1 per hero that's represented in your government. So right now, my government has 1 hero that's ecologist, and so ecologist is my ecologist, and I guess eventually it will be industry, will be my 2 leading political parties. So I get plus 1 maximum empire colony system, plus 1 system per leader that is represented in my government. So I'm going to be going for mostly ecologists and maybe some industrialists. And that's basically all the leaders I can get in there will increase my maximum number of systems. So going back to what I was saying is scarce resources makes it very limited in the number of luxuries available that are used for upgrading your systems that allow you to expand your empire. So it makes it more challenging for sure. If you have abundant resources, it makes it really easy to have enough to do your system upgrades and expand your empire. And when they're scarce, it is hard to upgrade your systems to be able to expand your empire. Okay. All that just to say, okay, let's click. Next turn. 117, we're almost to where we can boost. Almost to 150. It needs 150, and I'm at 142. So next turn. All right, let's do our movement. Okay, let's see here. 4 out of 4 probes. What's this system? Medium jungle. Huge Arctic, medium Arctic. Okay, so you got one nice habitable planet with a life form on it. I'm guessing it's going to be the blue cat mold. Let's see. Yep, okay, cool. So that is an okay system. I'm at 3. You know what? Okay, let's go up here. I could send out a probe, but I think maybe I'll do it from this next one over here. That's kind of how I'm feeling it. Let's go ahead and head up here. I like to try to leave systems with not at full probes. Okay, so here we go. We have the Ambler. Amblers are industrial. First contact. We can't praise right now because we don't have the tech. That's one of the starting techs that Horatio normally starts with, is this one over here, Off-World Agribusiness, which allows diplomacy with minor civilizations and the Pirate League. Don't have that tech yet, so I'm not able to praise them, which is kind of a bummer. Life form and another life form. So probably a couple more of these blue cat molds here. So pretty good system. 4 planets and multiple luxury resources. Looks like a good system. And they have industry contacts as a faction trait, which you can assimilate. If you assimilate them, that would give a 10% construction buyout reduction and 10% ship buyout reduction. Okay, cool. So that kind of ties in with this and this. Deciduous trees from building 3 uniques. I'm going to go with this one because that's a unique structure that's not super expensive. So that's pretty good. I'm going to go with that one. See, this structure is no, that's not too expensive either. Enemy NPC is not bad. Which one is it? This one? Yeah, that one's expensive. It's a very nice building, but it's very expensive. Okay, so we're done with them for now. We won't be able to praise them for about 8 turns, but we're also building, science building, so it'll not be 8 turns, it'll be less than that, but we'll just have to come back. I don't want to explore those curiosities before I've praised them. Every time you boost your rate of approval rate gain with a minor faction, it increases the cost of praising, and so I want to do the praising first since I don't really have a lot of influence. I'm going to wait to praise and to explore until after I've praised. I'm at 4 out of 4. Send a probe. Okay. See that name? That name triggered me. I was like, the name is wrong. Aha. But that reminded me to check and go ahead and do the boosting here. So it's at 39 because my food is at 13 from outpost, right? So if I do this, it'll double. So now it's 26, and it went from 39 to 20. So much better. Okay, and that outpost ship will be done in 2 turns. The plan will be to have both of them going at the same time, which will cause me to be slightly negative on food production, but it's worth it to have 2 titanium producing systems up and running. Okay, we'll end the turn. Okay, and I think here we are. It's 11 o'clock and 9 turns in. I guess we'll call it quits for this session right now, and this is where we'll pick up next time. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, hit me in the comments. I'll definitely take a look at them and respond to any comments I get. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content. Hit the notification bell icon if you want to be notified when I have new videos coming out. Thanks again, and have a good day. See you in the next one.